Grab your coffee, grab your bagel, and tune in to Breakfast with NIHL. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Edge Ice Arena in Bensonville alongside my partner, Eric Willowhite. My name is Aaron Shellen, and we've got the first of two NIHL games of the week. Game one is here at said Edge Ice Arena, and it will feature the Sabres and the Blues in some Pee Wee 12 and under action. A little bit of a delay in start time here. We're about 2.5 minutes or so away from puck drop. So let's take a quick look at these two teams, where they are in the seeding round so far. Both teams looking for their first win of the seeding rounds. The Sabres are 0-2-1 through their first three games, with a tie in their first game against the Cyclones back on the 23rd. And then on the 25th, they dropped a 5-1 matchup to Winnetka. Last time out for the Sabres was a 3-0 loss to the Vipers back on the 30th. On the other side, the Blues 0-1 in their second game of the season. They lost to the Cyclones back on the 24th. So they got a week in between games, so they should have some well-rested young legs over down to our right. The Northern Illinois Hockey League is the largest youth hockey league in Illinois and one of the largest in the country. It is made up of over 50 travel hockey organizations. Almost all the clubs are from Illinois, with a few from Indiana, Iowa, Missouri, and Wisconsin. This is the 53rd season of play in the Northern Illinois Hockey League. The NIHL member organizations field Tier 2 travel teams that compete in the squirt, peewee, bantam, and midget age groups defined by USA Hockey. The league also offers all girls hockey divisions each season. NIHL will partner with the Chicago Blackhawks to hold the league's NIHL Blackhawks tournament at the conclusion of the season. For more information about NIHL and its programs, please contact Bob Apter, NIHL president, or visit the website at nihl.info. And Eric, this is game number 3 for us this season, and we've seen a couple of good hockey games so far this early on in the seeding rounds.
Yeah, we have. I mean, any hockey is good hockey, right?
That's right.
So sometimes the scores get a little bit lopsided. You know, the Addison game kind of got away from the Flames a little bit on Friday, but still it was competitive there, and they actually made it close for a while. But this is the seeding round, too. And as we talk about, this is where the teams are going to determine their fate in terms of what divisions they're going to be placed in. So this is important, and it is early, too. As you said, some of the teams haven't played in a little bit.
Yeah, as you said, Eric, the NIHL teams have just begun their seeding round play. Each team, they work to collect points during these seeding rounds to prove that they belong in their competitive level for the regular season play. So these seeding rounds are critically important because this is how you're going to get matched up in those upper level divisions and, an opportunity to play against sort of the best of the best. Keep your eye on the NIHL.info website and the NIHL Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages for upcoming broadcasts of future NIHL games. And the next future broadcast for Eric and I starts in about 2 hours and 15 minutes, as Eric and I will be up in Lake Forest Academy. So we're gonna tear down quickly, and we're gonna drive quickly and safely.
Yes.
Up to Lake Forest, where we will get set up for the next game, which will be the Highland Park Falcons A4 hosting the Fire Wagon Yellow Jackets in a Pee Wee Silver matchup. So
you said future. That'll be time travel for us for sure.
That certainly will. That's gonna be a tight squeeze, but we'll make it work. So hang out with us here for game number 1 between the Sabres and the Blues, and then take about a 30-minute break, and then come hang out with us for game number 2, which starts at 10:20 up in Lake Forest. So we're about to get ready. Starting goalie for the Blues down to our right, number 31, Harry Budzuski. The Blues in their white jerseys, blue stripes, big block blue letters on the back, while the Sabres look like the Sabres. They've got the dark blue with yellow stripes, and in goal for them is number 70, Brody Quint.
And Aaron, I do have to bring up the fact we talked about in pregame. If the Brody's parents were big Jaws fans.
Yeah.
We got Chief Brody and Quint, the Seaboat captain.
Right. We're wondering if Brody's middle name is Jaws. And we are underway here. So the Blues have control of the puck. Down low with it. Battle in the corner. Sabres take it. Slung into the slot area where the Sabres will gain control of it and clear it out to center ice. That's Seamus Quinn. Backhands it forward to Gabriella Bogaz. Bogaz throws it down in deep and goes for a change. Sabres up to center ice. Blues take it right back. It's James Mikes up through center ice. Mikes across the blue line. Mikes down deep on the backhand, throws it towards Quint, and Quint covers up. Those backhand shots are hard to judge. Nicely done by Quint to cover up there.
One thing I noticed early on with the Blues there is how quickly they made that line change. Like everyone came off. It was all five skated off and disciplined with it.
Shot goes wide, and you're right. It was a quick change that allowed them to turn that neutral zone possession into an offensive opportunity really quickly.
Ooh.
Klein has his legs taken out from underneath him, and we are going to have our first penalty of the game called here on the Blues. It's going to be, I believe, Anthony Silva going to go for the trip. You got that stick between the skates.
Well, with our angle here, we're going to get a close-up of the offenders every time they go to the box. So
that is a trip. Yeah, we can shame Mr. Silva in the box. Now, Anthony Silva goes 2 minutes for tripping. So, minute and 10 seconds in, and the Blues have a power play. James Mikes on the draw. Power play not up on the board yet, so waiting for that to happen. We had some issues with the scoreboard pregame, so I think
minute 30.
Minute 30 up there. Draws one by the Blues, but cleared out by the Sabres. Chasing it down will be Kamisek. Nikki Kamisek. Cleared in. Blues have it. Good aggressive forecheck by the Blues. Sabres able to get it out to center ice, though. There's Kamisek again. Cleared in this time by the Blues. They have it along the far half boards. Pass tried to feed it through there to Logan Flynn. Intercepted by Ethan Heine. Heine clears it in. 1-on-3. The Blues come down, or the Sabres come down to our right. Behind the net now, look, Thomas Klein flips it around to the far side. Sabres have it and just pin it up against the board smartly, trying to kill that clock down to 40 seconds already on the power play. Back to the point. Shot in from the point by McInerney is deflected into the corner. The Blues get it out. Sabres have it behind their own net. They've had the puck basically the entirety of this power play for the Blues. Dangerous pass up through the middle, but the Sabres are able to get it out. It's Ethan Lardner down low behind the net. Final 10 seconds of the man advantage kept in at the point by the Sabres again. So really, really nice PK by the Sabres here early on in this one. Behind the net.
Patron had fanned on that pass attempt, created a little bit of an issue here for the Blues. They're able to get it out.
2-on-1 here as Sandoval comes down, throws it in the center to Brunetti. Kyle Brunetti, and nice sliding defense. Brunetti does again eventually get that shot off, but good defense by the Sabres to break up that 2-on-1. Back to the point. Thrown in, and that's in on Quint, who covers up. Shot from the point by Flynn, and Quint able to make the save. So the Blues, as soon as the power play is up, they seem to get a little bit of offensive zone time. But when they were a man up, it was all Sabres. Face off now to the right of Brody Quint. Draws one by the Sabres. Cleared up but not out. Hard shot right from the boards off the stick of Gianluca Salerno, and Quint's forced to cover up again.
Good idea by Salerno. He did have some steam on that one. As you said, from the near boards, Quinn had to make a play.
And from a bad angle, too.
Right.
Down below the faceoff dot and put that right on net.
And sometimes those can catch the goalie off guard, those bad angle shots.
Quinn from the point. That one deflects just wide of the near post. That hit a skate or a stick or something, but went just wide. Taken away by Brunetti. Brunetti stick handles. Has it taken away from him, thrown back to the point, kept in by the Blues. number 91, which I don't have on my roster. Quint covers up for a faceoff to his left.
It's kind of as you said, Aaron, Blues didn't get anything on that power play, but at even strength, they've had most of the play has been to our left.
Yep. You know, and sometimes you try to force things when you're on a man advantage, and you can't force things. You've got more players out there, and you got to take advantage of it. But yeah, Sabres did a nice job on that PK, but even strength, it's been mostly Blues here early on. Collision along the near half boards, and the Sabres are able to get it out. That's Tom coming down 3-on-1. Tom with the shot, and the nice leg save by Budzuski. Sabres have it, and we're going to have a whistle and an interference call, I believe, on the Blues. That was a good opportunity for the Sabres. 3-on-1, and Ethan Tom fired that shot off the left pad of Budzuski, and it leads to an interference call here on Brandon Sandoval for the Blues.
Well, our streak of games in which there hasn't been penalty called early
it's
quickly over.
Yeah, we've seen the 2 games we've done this so far this season. There wasn't a penalty called in either of the first 2 periods. Not so here in this one. Blues now a man down. See if the Sabres can do anything on this man advantage. Offsides whistled down. No delayed offsides here in NIHL, so no opportunity to get out of the zone. If there's an offensive player in the zone and the puck is cleared in, that is going to be whistled down. So we're at 7:35 left in the first period. Still no score. Blues are a man up. Draws one by the Sabres. That's Hale, Landon Hale, skating through some traffic up into center ice. Leaves it for Ethan Lardner, and in ahead of the play was Anthony Silva. So we have another whistle and another faceoff.
It's almost as if these teams know we have to get to Lake Forest to do another game.
Yeah, we will figure it out. We will figure it out. That's what we do. But if we sound out of breath when we get up to Lake Forest, you know why. Cleared into the Sabres offensive zone, backhanded forward, down deep now with it. It's JT Hafner up along the far boards, kept in nicely by the Blues. Down low with it, thrown into the slot area, shot, nice right pad save by Quint. As he had a man on the doorstep, that was Nicky Kamisik, and that was a beautiful save by Quinn to keep this thing 0-0.
Nice feed, great shot, big save by Quint. Shorthanded opportunity there for the Blues.
Down to 20 seconds left on the man advantage for the Sabres. Klein is able to dump it in, and that will just about do it on the man advantage down to the final 10 seconds, but it is deep in the Sabres zone. Cleared up and out of said zone. Cross ice to Joseph Patron. Patron has it, skating along the blue line, loses it, and here comes Lardner the other direction, loses an edge. Thrown forward by the Blues. Sabres get it right back at center ice, and it's taken right away. Heine has it, flips it up to the blue line, and it's backhanded out again by the Chicago Blues, and right back in. So a lot of play in the neutral zone here over the last 30 seconds or so. Kept in by the Sabres at the point as Ehrlicher tries to play that one in deep. It clears the zone, and that will be whistled for another offsides. So sort of a feeling out period here a little bit as both teams, a lot of time in the neutral zone, not a lot of offensive zone time here over the last 60 seconds or so. Penalty kills seem to be a little bit further ahead than the power plays at this point in the season. Blues have it. Up into center ice to Salerno. Salerno tips it forward and forces Brody Quint to come out, cover that up, and some extracurricular after the whistle.
Yes, Salerno just tipped that pass between the two defenders and then trying to race for it, but Quint saw that all the way, came out and made the stoppage.
Yeah, a little attempted self-pass by Gianluca Salerno, but as you said, heady play by Quinn to get out and stop that. Knocked out by the Sabres. Cross the blue line with it now. Stopped on the far half boards. Backhanded feed to Maldonado. Maldonado comes over to the near boards now. Fakes the pass back to the point. Tries to take it down deep. Has it taken away from him. Heine now at the point. The shot in. Hits a skate. Bounces into the high slot area. And cleared out of danger by the Blues. Put right on net. Stick save made by Budzuski into the slot area. And taken away by the Blues again. Here comes Seamus Quinn through center ice with some speed now. Around a couple of defenders on his backhand. Throws the backhand wide of the goal into the other corner. Salerno puts that one in goal. Quint makes the save, and Kyle Brunetti with a little jab there at Brody Quint, and the Sabres come over and protect their goaltender with 4:41 left to go in the first period of a scoreless hockey game. Here from the Edge Ice Arena in Bensenville, it's the Sabres and the Blues, the NIHL Game of the Week, powered by Stream Sports Midwest. My partner Eric Willowhite and I, year 2 of NIHL hockey, and we are happy to be here, and we're happy to have you joining us for Breakfast with NIHL. Sabres have the puck up ahead to Coetzer. Colton Coates puck out to center ice. Flipped right back in to Eamon O'Connor. O'Connor in on the backhand. Drop pass. Shot goes wide of the far post. Not much on it, but trickles past that far post as Brody Quint holds that far side. Klein hammers the puck down in deep. Down forward is Gabriela Bogas. Bogas behind the net. Tries the wraparound and holds the line. The shot, the rebound. I think that one of those shots may have hit the post, but a couple of opportunities there in on Bogas. Bogas has the puck again. Good pressure by the Blues on this shift. Hammered around the far side, kept in at the point for a second, and now it makes its way out to center ice. Klein loses the puck, and the Sabres dump it in deep. So best opportunity of the game for either team, Eric. 2 doorstep opportunities for the Blues. Puck stays out of the goal somehow.
Yeah, that puck was finding Bogas inside the Sabres zone there.
Here comes Sandoval with some speed, one-on-one. Sandoval on his backhand, loses it into the corner. Pair of 15s going after it in the corner, and the Sabres behind the net now. Bogas has it. She throws it out in front. She looked really sharp here so far, Eric.
Yep.
Sabres come out with it the other direction. Up ahead to Silva. It's away from him, and Logan Flynn will play it down low. Blues get the puck. Dangerous pass up through center ice. Kept in there. On the forehand, shot. Hits a body. Goes wide off the stick of JT Hafner. It's a dangerous clearing attempt by the Blues. Sabres able to walk right in. JT Hafner in prime scoring opportunity. That puck just hit a leg and squirted wide. 2.5 left to go in the first period. Still no score. The icing will bring the faceoff all the way back to our right, to the left of Ari Budzuski. The dueling 15s on the draw. Ethan Lardner and Brandon Sandoval on the faceoff here. Faceoff is won by the Blues. So 15 wins the draw. Thrown into the slot area. Sabres have it. Hits a body. Battling for it in the faceoff circle. Flipped forward and out to the zone. Hafner being forechecked by 2 white jerseys. Able to play the puck. And the Sabres control it. Hale to Lardner in his skates. And it's cleared out to center ice. Hafner now dumps it down in deep and chases. Plays the puck behind the net. Throws it into the blue paint. The puck's just sitting there, and the Blues are able to walk that one out. Flipped forward, looking for Flynn. Just out of his reach, and McInerney behind his own net now as we're under 2 minutes. McInerney up through center ice looking for Silva. And that will be whistled down for an offsides with 96 seconds left in the first period. fairly evenly matched first period so far, Eric. The Blues maybe with the better of the scoring opportunities, but certainly not a lopsided matchup either way here early on.
Yeah, no, that's true. Like you said, the 2 penalties, it was more about the penalty kills for both teams, but the play has been a little bit up and down here. And
Seamus.
Yep.
Seamus O'Quinn tries to play it forward for Kyle Brunetti, just out of his reach. Brunetti gets it back, throws it towards the goal. Quint covers up, and that will be another whistle. Salerno.
It's the second time I'm sorry, Aaron.
No,
it's the second time we've seen the Blues throw a puck from the boards onto net. Again, trying to catch Quinn off guard. I like that strategy. Plus, there was a player there in case of a rebound.
Right. Putting the puck on the net is never a bad thing, right? I mean,
Yep.
That's kind of rule number one in the offensive zone. Putting the puck on the net is never a bad decision. So, and both of those shots right on goal, and you're right, Quint was able to cover both of them up right away. But if either of those squirts out and there's a white jersey on the doorstep, kept in now for the Blues, under a minute left in the period, kept in at the point, thrown down in deep. Sabres have it down low. That's Kayla Twaddle. Gets it up along the far half boards. 2 skaters to a side, jam for it along those far boards. It's dug out by the Sabres. It's Annabelle Wolfert. Bangs it up the boards and kept in for the moment by the Blues. Sabres still not able to get it out as we're under 30 seconds, and now it squirts out to center ice. Maldonado flips it forward. And it's out to center ice. Sabres have control of it here as we're down to the final 15. Heine being forecheck taken away by Brunetti. Brunetti walks in. Brunetti on the forehand flips it over the top of the net in the final 10 seconds. In the near corner as we reach the final 2-1-0 for the first period. So that will do it for the first period. No score. Pretty entertaining hockey game. No scoring, but there was plenty of offense, and both teams had some opportunities. And nice clean first period. A penalty on each side. Each PK was able to kind of do their thing. But all in all, fun first period.
Yeah, pretty crisp for both teams. I kind of like what I see, and probably the second period, I think, is when we'll see them dent the scoreboard.
The Chicago Blackhawks are proud to sponsor the Northern Illinois Hockey League. Hawks fans, be sure to tune into these upcoming preseason games. Today, 6:30 p.m., up in Milwaukee, the Blackhawks take on the Wild up at Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. Thursday, the 6th, the Blackhawks are in Minnesota to take on those same Wild. And then next Saturday, the 8th, they are down in St. Louis to take on the St. Louis Blues. Don't miss the Chicago Blackhawks in action.
I think that's still all preseason action, if I'm not mistaken. That game tonight up in Milwaukee, that's going to be a big deal. We talked about it on Friday night, why Milwaukee doesn't have an NHL team. That game sold out within an hour of going on sale.
Yep, they've got their AHL, the Admirals, but that seems like a natural fit for an NHL franchise. The city of Milwaukee, obviously, The University of Wisconsin, men's and women's hockey teams are incredibly popular up there. The Admirals are a popular draw, so it seems like a city that's a natural fit for an NHL franchise at some point. So the teams will flip sides. Sabres go down to our right, Blues to our left. Brody Quint in the net to our right. Harry Bodzuski in the net to our left. We are underway for second period action. No score here from the Edge Ice Arena. In the offensive zone is the Blues. That is number 22, Gabriella Bogas, who looked really good in that first period. Thrown towards the slot area. The Sabres have it and skate out with it. Colton Kotzer loses the puck at the blue line. Sabres have to wait or they'll be whistled down for an offsides. Battle along the far half boards on the stick. Ooh, just under the stick of Bogas, and that forced her in offsides for a whistle. But that was really close to Nikki Kamisik taking that one in all by herself. Draw is going to come outside of the Sabres zone. That's It's Jackson Pangalo on the draw for the Sabres. Wins it cleanly. Collision there. Two players bang into each other. Sabres able to get control of the puck, but not clear it out. Kept in at the point into the slot area, looking for Flynn underneath his stick into the far corner where it's flipped up off the boards and kept in. Opportunity here for the Blues. Walks in. Nice save. Rebound. And another save by Quint. So a couple of saves by Brody Quint, keeping this thing scoreless. That was Gage Simonjak on that initial play. Down low with it. Here is Simonjak again. Puts it in on Quinn. Quinn makes the save.
It's a nice job by Logan Flynn to keep that puck inside the zone at the near point.
Kept in at the point again. And that one gets up on edge and rolls out of the zone. So Logan Flynn has to come back to center ice and play that one. Skated right back in. It's Colton Tuning. Tuning throws it in the center shot. One-timer from Flynn. Whistles past that far post and just wide. So the Blues putting some pressure on the Sabres here early in period number 2 at the point with it. Thrown towards the goal. That one deflects, hits a skate or something, and bounces into the near corner. And it gets out to center ice. So a couple of minutes of sustained pressure by the Blues here to get this second period started. Flynn with speed out to center ice, gets it up ahead to Brandon Sandoval. Sandoval gets around one defender on his backhand and sticked away nicely by McInerney. Behind the net is Sandoval again. Sandoval tries to throw it cross ice to Salerno, misplays it, and it coming down the other way with it are the Sabres. Sabres walk in. That is Lardner. Lardner throws it out into the slot, and only white jerseys there. Other direction is Salerno. Salerno throws it in deep and will go for a chase. Kayla Twaddle, the first one on it, gets underneath her skates up against the net base. And the Sabres are able to get it out to center ice. Salerno again dumps it in deep. We're 3 minutes into the second period, still scoreless. Blues with some good pressure here early in the second period. Back to the point. Ethan Lardner gets it up ahead to Anthony Silva. Silva 1-on-3, stops right in front of his net, throws it in the high slot area. Hale puts that one towards the goal. And Seamus Quinn behind the net now, being pinned there by Lardner. Two skaters to his side, two blue jerseys, two white jerseys. And that finds its way out to center ice. And here comes Kyle Brunetti now, 1-on-2. Knocked off the puck. And Twaddle now. Kayla Twaddle backhands it forward, looking for Silva. Maldonado now in center ice. Skates backwards to go forwards. Gains the red line, gains the blue line. Is pinned off nicely by James Mikes. And we're going to have a penalty called here on the Sabre. Nope.
Another interference.
It's going to be another interference call here on the Blues, I think. Oh, it's going to be Maldonado going to the box. Excuse me. It's going to be Maldonado going to the box for interference with what I can only assume is the elder Maldonado down in the box with him. There's a gentleman down there in a Maldonado hoodie. So I assume that's the elder and the younger Maldonado, with one giving advice to the other. So the Blues have their second man advantage of the game with 8 minutes left in the middle period. And each team has had a power play, and each team, the penalty kill really controlled the pace of play. And you just kind of see that the PKs are a little bit further along this time of year than the power plays are. And that's what we saw in that first period. Blues get the puck up, but not in. It's brought in now by Kamisic. Kamisic over to the near half boards. Behind the net with it now. Tries to skate out, puck in the slot. That was crafty. Thought Nikki Kamisic was going to take that all the way behind the net, but instead came out the short side and tried to tuck it home. That's Ehrlicher, Donald Ehrlicher, 1-on-2. And a couple players go crashing into the boards. Behind the net with it, Bogaz. Bogaz gets it up, but not out. Put towards the net. Ehrlicher backhands it down deep where Thomas Klein Plays it forward for the Blues. Kept in by the Sabres, though, at near the point. The Blues flip it forward. Brandon Sandoval tries to play it through some traffic. He can't. It's skated into the zone by Eamon O'Connor. O'Connor's shot tries to pick top corner stick side and just went wide. Maybe getting a little too fine in a situation like that, Eric. He was in all alone. Get the puck on the net. Down low with it now. The Sabres control it in the corner. Behind the net, that's Logan Flynn. Gets it up ahead and out. Race for the puck. That's Colton Tuning racing for it with Heine. Heine wins it, flips it along the boards. Gets back to the point, kept in by Patron. Patron throws it down deep for Simonjak. Excuse me, that's Colton Chewing, 79. Jersey tucked in a little bit, so it's hard to tell the 9 from the 8. Thrown into the slot area. Flynn with the backhand, and Brody Quint makes the belly save to keep it 0-0.
Quint's looked pretty strong in net here as we've called his name. I don't think we've called Badzuski's name, but maybe a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, that's a function, I think, partially, obviously, of the defense that the Blues are playing. They're not letting much get in on Harry Badzuski. But yeah, Brody Quint's looked really sharp for the Sabres here. And the power play's over, so they're 0 for 2 now on the power play. Face off to the right of the aforementioned Brody Quint. Puck played forward and out of the zone by Anthony Silva. Racing for it is the Blues. Again, I don't have a number 91 on my roster, so I apologize if you are the relatives of number 91. Fine, outstanding, young individual. Skating down, Brandon Sandoval in on the forehand. Sandoval in, shot, saved by Quint. Made that save with the right shoulder. Tough one on Brandon Sandoval. Hafner now the other direction. Hafner takes it wide. Hafner in. Hafner with the shot. Hits Badzuski off the mask and bounces down in front and out of trouble. So an opportunity on each side. Kyle Brunetti has it sticked away from him. Knocked away. And Salerno now across the blue line, fighting with Anthony Silva for the puck. Flipped in at the point. Brunetti going for it, but it's taken over by the Sabres off the back end boards and out the other side where Landon Hale has it. Dangerous pass, shot, score! Sandoval didn't miss that one. Last time he came in, Eric, tried to get a little too fancy and went over top corner. This time he picked glove side, and the Blues break the ice. It's 1-0.
Yeah, just under 5 minutes to play here in the second period, and the Blues are the first team to get on the board here. You kind of felt that was coming on here as they had some sustained pressure here in the second period, and a 1-0 lead for the Blues.
The 7:18 mark of period number 2. Brandon Sandoval breaks the scoreless tie as he beats Brody Quint to that glove side, and it's 1-0 Blues. Blues come right back in again. That's Thomas Klein. This time Quint strong with the glove to make the save for the faceoff. Faceoff will be to the right of Quint. So down to 4.5 left to go here in the second period. Draws one cleanly by the Sabres. I wanted to say Buffalo. I almost said to draw one cleanly by Buffalo.
You could.
Into the slot area, shot, score! Eamon O'Connor. The puck found his stick all alone in front of Quinn, and O'Connor makes it 2-0. 2 quick goals here by the Blues.
Yeah, and that's going to be a little bit of a challenge here now for the Sabres, again, because they haven't been able to generate a whole lot in this second period. And now they find themselves down 2-0. They need a response here. Nice job by the Blues to keep sustained pressure. They're back in the zone again.
Another opportunity here for the Blues as they've really taken control here over the last couple of minutes. They jump out to a 2-0 lead here. Over to the far side as the Sabres try to get some offense going as we're down to 3.5. That's Heine loses an edge, taken away by the Blues. Shot in on Quint again. So Brody Quint a little under siege here in the second period, Eric.
Yeah, that time a giveaway along the far boards as they couldn't get the clear out. Player lost his edge just as he was trying to get it clear, and it stuck in the zone. That generated that shot for the Blues, but Quint was up to the task. 3:36 to go here, 2-0 lead for the Blues.
Whistle right on the draw.
Some little direction pointed out by the official for the lineup for the faceoff.
Faceoff to the right of Brody Quint. So Eamon O'Connor and Brandon Sandoval here in the second period, just about a minute apart. Kept in at the point, and it does squirt out to center ice, where Logan Flynn backhands it forward. Flynn double teamed, able to backhand it forward, and that forces Braden McInerney to go back and play it in his own zone. Gets it to Hale. Hale back to McInerney. McInerney up through center ice, and the Sabres take control of it. So we hit the 3-minute mark. Pass shoveled forward, looking for Lardner. Ethan Lardner down low.
To your point about the Blues defense, you saw Logan Flynn go all the way across the ice to interrupt that flow along the far side.
Here comes Brandon Sandoval in again, and Quint's able to make the shoulder save. Puck is in the slot area, and Brunetti just not able to tuck that one in. Does get an opportunity. Kept in again, and the Sabres are able to work it out. Played forward, and that, I think, is going to be whistled down for an icing. A couple of goals in about a 90-second span by the Blues has turned this into a 2-0 game. And really this entire the second half of this second period, Brody Quint has been facing rubber. Mike's on the draw for the Blues. It's won by the Sabres. That's Ehrlicher, Donald Ehrlicher. Takes the shot. It's deflected wide off the back of the net. Around to the far side, O'Connor has it hop over his stick. That's Maldonado down low. Slung around to the near side.
He had a man up high in the slot there if he was able to notice and get rid of it quickly.
Over to Justin Tom. There's O'Connor as the puck is up on edge. He tries to settle it down. Collision right at the red line. Played back by the Blues up into center ice. Underneath the stick of Bogaz and into the Buffaloes, or into the I knew I was going to do it, into the Sabres zone with a minute and a half left to go here in the second period. I mean, they look just like him. You can't blame me. Shot from the point, hits a body, doesn't make it through, off the post, back out, and Quint makes the save.
That could be a big save here late in the second period.
As Seamus Quinn walked in between the faceoff dots, that shot hit the post, bounced back out. Quint had to turn around and flop onto the puck to make the save.
Goalie's best friend.
That's right.
Post.
Back to the point. Shot in, doesn't make it through by Thomas Klein as we approach 1 minute here in the second period. Shot from a bad angle. It gets down and through and in. We talk about putting the puck on the net and good things will happen, and that is exactly what happened right there. That was a bad angle shot. It hit Brody Quint in the chest, bounced down through his 5-hole. I think that's Gage Simonjak on that shot, and it's 3-0. So we've talked about this, Eric, just putting the puck on the net because you never know what's going to happen. Talked about these bad angle shots that the Blues have put on the Sabres a couple of times here. It's time it worked. Puck cleared out to center ice. Klein will take control of it here for the Blues. Behind the net with it. Flipped forward. Battle along the far half boards, back to the point, kept in by the Sabres. Shot from the point, doesn't make it through. Opportunity here for the Sabres. Not able to dig that out and get a clean shot, though. Klein bangs it up off the boards, tries to get it out and can't. Down to 20 seconds. Puck is thrown around. Kept in at the near point. Onto the stick of Tuning. Colton Tuning throws it forward to it's Logan Flynn, number 72.
Oh, wait a minute. So there's 2 72s for the Blues.
I just realized that. Yep. Yeah. And that is the end of the second period. So there's 72 Logan Flynn. There's 72 without a name. So, we'll do our best here in period number 3. But as we go to period number 3, the Blues lead the Sabres 3-0. 3 second period goals by the Blues as they really controlled the pace of play and really all of the scoring opportunities there in the second.
Yeah, we don't have the benefit of having the fans right by us to check and see who the unnamed 72 is. So our bad for that.
Yeah, we apologize. Chicago Blackhawks are proud to announce that the Chicago Blackhawks intermission and Junior Hawks pregame skates are now available for select dates this season. Contact Ben Ostler at 312-455-7096 to register your teams today. So yeah, we don't have all the accurate numbers. We've got 2 72s and we have a 91 whose name is not on our roster. So I apologize for that. If you know who those young individuals are, please let us know in chat, and be happy to correct it here on the broadcast.
And it's not something uncommon during the seeding round when teams are still waiting for their jerseys arrive.
Right.
You know, I don't know if you've heard this, Aaron, but there are supply chain issues.
Yes. Yes. Supply chain issues.
Yes. I think that's going to be the name of my new alt band.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. So we're getting ready for period number 3. Blues with a 3-0 lead, 3 second period goals. Brandon Sandoval, Gage, Summonjack, and Eamon O'Connor to give the Blues the lead.
Someone just fed one of the officials some sort of pastry, and I can't help but remember the Don Koharski comment.
Have another donut, you. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, those of you who are as old as Eric and I probably remember
that's a Sabres reference too, right?
Is it Jim Rutherford and Don Koharski?
Can't remember, but yeah.
Have another donut.
Have another donut.
Blank. Yep. We are ready for third period action now. Sabres take control of the puck. Stolen away right away by Brunetti, Kyle Brunetti, and Heine has it. Behind the net, skates out in front of his own net dangerously, but able to elude a couple of white jerseys. And here comes Ethan Lardner, who's looked really good for the Sabres here this morning. Haven't been able to beat Harry Budzuski yet, as the Blues have done a nice job defensively all morning long. And I think we're going to have an interference penalty called here on Gianluca Salerno. Good idea, as he tried to fend off the defender and allow Kyle Brunetti to walk in all alone, but he is whistled down. I think they're going to get him for roughing, actually. Saw that right arm go out. Yep. It's going to be Gianluca Salerno for the rough. So an opportunity here early on, Eric, for the Sabres to get on the board. So I have some information. I don't have last names, but I have first names. So number 91 is Jake. And number 72 is Meg. So we'll go with Jake and Meg.
Jake and Meg.
Works for me. Thank you very, very much for your assistance, Meredith. We appreciate it. It's one of the things I love about doing these games, Eric. Is
yeah.
We got people involved, people ready, willing, and able to help us out. So we appreciate that immensely. The Sabres on the power play here. Mike's has it 1-on-5, not able to skate through the sea of blue. Other direction with it comes Kayla Twaddle. Twaddle across the blue line, takes the hard wrist shot, hits a body. hit Seamus Quinn behind that. I think it got into Quinn's glove. He was shaking that glove to get the puck out of it. Cleared up to the blue line and flipped out. McInerney on it now. Across the blue line with a lot of space. Walks in top of the faceoff dot. Shot in. Save made by Bodzewski. Knocks it down and comes out the other side. Thrown forward just out of the reach of Eamon O'Connor. Sabres have it. It's Maldonado down in front of us. Across the blue line with it. And that's going to be whistled down for an offsides.
Couple shot opportunities there for the Sabres, but it's been some one and done as the Blues have been quickly able to get that puck outside of the zone.
Yeah, I don't think the Sabres have had a sort of a multi-chance opportunity at all in this game, Eric. It's been a lot of one shot and save or one shot and cleared by the Blues. They've played a very, very tight defensive game. On it now is Thomas Klein. Klein up off the boards. Stays in.
Heine kept that one in.
Yeah, did a nice job pinching there at the blue line. Not this time, though, as the puck does squirt out. And Kamisic now. Kamisic down low, battling for a tough battle there. Comes out with it into the slot area, thrown towards the goal and stays out. So put the puck towards the net, see if it can hit a skate or a stick or a body part and into the back of the net. But that time, kept out. Here comes Mikes. Mikes walks in all alone. Mikes forehand, backhand, shot, score! James Mikes walked in, forehand, backhand, roof job, 4-0 Blues.
So the Blues have killed off the penalty. Both teams back at full strength, and then they go right back into the offensive zone and net their fourth goal.
That was a really nice move by James Mikes as he took that puck, stole it, walked in, cut across the crease, went to his backhand, and was able to get lift on that one and hit the top of the net. The water bottle shot, as they call it. Sabres now in the offensive zone, looking to get on the board here as we're under 10 in the third period. Over to the far half boards, kept in by the Blues, dumped in deep. That's Kyle Brunetti now. Brunetti tries the self-pass just behind Brandon Sandoval.
Oh,
and
wow.
We're going to have a penalty called here on it's going to be a slashing penalty at a minimum on Jackson Pangalo. Pangalo had his glove knocked away, and you could see he immediately went after the person who, so both players are going to go. So it's going to be Gianluca Salerno for, not sure what they're getting Salerno for, but they're getting Pangalo for a slash, a hook. So Salerno is going to go for the hook. Pangalo is going to go for the slash, and you saw Salerno hooked off Pangalo's glove, and Pangalo turned around and two hands on that stick, and that was across the shin guards. So 4-2, matching penalties.
It appears so. Yeah, you don't want to do that. If you Pangalo, just, don't retaliate. I know it's frustrating. You're down 4-0. The call was going to be made, but he just reacted.
Yep, you just react. You got to think and not react. You'd have a man advantage right now. Otherwise, it is still skating 5 to a side. Sabres gain the blue line, but there are white jerseys waiting there to clear it out, as has been the case most of the morning. Taken away by Bogaz. Here comes Gabriella Bogaz, tries to find Mikes out front. Knocked away from her. Two skaters to a side in the corner, and the Sabres come out with it. Thrown forward. It's Lardner. Nice move by Ethan Lardner around one defender. Can't get through Seamus Quinn, though. So the layers all morning long here by the Blues, Eric. Just a defensive wall that the Sabres are having no luck penetrating as Eamon O'Connor goes in offsides. So Jake Carney is number 91. There we go. He's listed as number 33 on my score sheet. So there we go. Jake Carney is 91, and Meg Galwas is the other number 72. And I don't even have her on my roster. She is. She's number 25. There we go. All right. Thank you so much for your assistance. It is appreciated. And we'll get it right here over the final 7:46. Sabres have the puck out into center ice. Maldonado down with it. Drops it for Ehrlicher into the slot underneath the stick of, I think that's Ethan Tom. Out to center ice. And here comes Logan Quinn.
The correct Logan Flynn.
Right, the correct Logan Flynn. That is Meg Galwas has it.
Oh, nice stick work there. Tried to get around her own player.
Tried to get around her own player, and they were all lined up along the blue line as they were trying to avoid the offsides. Thrown forward to Logan. And they're both out there at the same time now. So Thankfully we got the answers we needed, because that would have been really confusing. Puck cleared over to the far half boards by the Sabres, kept in by the Blues, thrown in towards Brody Quint, and Quint makes the save. This time the puck is cleared out to center ice. Thomas Klein plays it forward. Galwas and Flynn, now they're standing right next to each other. Behind the net, Braden McInerney for the Sabres, kept in at the point. For the moment, the Sabres are able to go. They turn it over at center ice. Here comes Brunetti. Brunetti in. He mishandles it. Gets another opportunity. Shot and score. So first opportunity gets blocked. Gets it back on the forehand and fires the wrist shot past Brody Quint. And it is 5-0.
Tough go for Quint there, but he's actually played pretty well. But it's just been again, I'll use that term, sustained pressure by the Blues inside the Sabre zone.
It has been. It really has been. It's since been since about the second half of the second period. It's really been all Blues. Here comes Brunetti again. Can add another one. Walks in on the forehand, backhand, tries to tuck it around. Nice save by Quint. Whistle blows as the puck comes squirting out. Linesman lost visibility to the puck, but another nice move by number 70, Kyle Brunetti, as he tries to pick up a couple of quick ones here in the third. Face off to the right of Brody Quint, who has played well, Eric. He's given up 5, but he's played well. He's made a couple of really tough saves, and he's had a couple of players walk in on him all alone, and not a whole lot you can do about that as a goalie.
No.
Back to the point, kept in by Patron. Tries to walk around the defense. He can't. 7 players down here, 6 players down here, 3 to a side, battling for the puck. Thrown over to the far half boards, where Jake Carney has it. It's tipped away from him, and the other direction with it come the Sabres.
Look how quick they're converging.
Shot in and sticked away. And you're right, Eric. That was almost a clean break-in, and you look up, and all of a sudden there are 3 white jerseys around the Sabres attackers. So just a nice job. As impressive as they've been offensively with those 5 goals, I've been even more impressed by their defense, the layering. There's always seems to be another white jersey. Once you get through one, there's another one waiting for you. We're going to have another penalty called here on the Sabres for a trip.
I think the Blues are following the hits principle of Coach Matt Eberflus. Hustle and intensity.
Hustle and intensity. 4.5 minutes left. Penalty is going to be called on number 43, JT Hafner. Faceoff's going to be to the right of Brody Quint. 1.5 minutes on the power play. Skated out by Lardner. Back to the point. Heine now in between the faceoff dots. Throws the shot in. Save made by Bodzewski, and he covers up for the whistle. So that's, one of those shots, Eric, a floater from high up on top the faceoff circles where, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. It's a fluttering puck. It's end over end, and Bodzewski was able to knock that down, keep it in front of him, and cover up. Behind the net, Blues have it up off the boards and out to center ice. Flynn now 1-on-1. Good defense by Heine, looking for Meg Galwas out in the slot area, but not able to connect there. So 3-on-2 the other direction. Here come the Sabres. That's Heine. Heine again into that high slot area, takes it wide. The shot whistles wide. On it now is Quinn. Seamus Quinn back to the point, kept in by McInerney. McInerney puts it towards the goal into the near corner. Blues get it up and out. Flynn to Chunig. Chunig has it. Shot wide into the stomach of Quint for the save. So that's it for the man advantage. We're under 3 minutes now with a running clock here in the third period. 5-0 Blues with the lead. So this looks like it's going to be the Blues' first victory of the season. They'll improve to 1-1, while the Sabres will fall to 0-3-1 in their first 4 games. Draws one by the Blues in on Quint, who covers up. So we're going to have a really quick outro here when this game is over, so Eric and I can pack up and head up to Lake Forest for Game 2 of our NIHL Game of the Week double header. Got about a 30-minute drive up to Lake Forest. We got to tear down, drive up, and then set back up and be ready to go for 10:20 a.m. This is how we get our exercise. Is these scrambles for Game 2 when they're close, when they're tied up into Game 1 like this.
You're not kidding.
Yeah. Running around with all this gear is an actual workout. It's not the same kind of workout that these kids are having out there, but running around with 30 and 40 pounds of gear on your back is a workout nonetheless.
And we want to just say thank you to everyone tuning in for Breakfast with NIHL here. These early games, Aaron and I like them. We like getting these games in the morning.
Yeah.
Obviously with NFL football.
Yeah, get home, watch some football when the hockey games are over. I'm all for it.
But we'll do games whenever, whatever time. But this will be good, and we'll get a couple pair in this morning before lunchtime.
And again, I want to thank those of you who are watching and assisting. We get our rosters typically the night before, and as Eric mentioned, sometimes in the seeding rounds, the rosters aren't accurate, the numbers aren't accurate, so we do sort of rely sometimes on friends and family to give us a hand with that, and we're gonna have a elbowing penalty called here on the Blues down the stretch. So we're under a minute.
See, get an opportunity maybe for the Sabres to get something generated on their power play here. Get end the game with a nice feeling.
Well, and I like what I saw there as that penalty was called on Jake Carney for the elbow. The official was skating Carney to the box, telling him exactly what he did. So it's a learning opportunity. It's teaching you what you did wrong so that you don't do it again. Because ultimately, that's what this is all about, is teaching these kids the game of hockey.
That's true. But if our viewers hadn't told us Jake Carney's name, he wouldn't have been called out for the
right. I wouldn't have called him out for the elbow, unfortunately. Sorry, Jake.
But we appreciate the assistance nonetheless.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Is it, now you call my name?
Yeah, right, exactly. The clock is running, so it looks like that's going to be, we're down to 10 seconds. That looks like it's going to be it. So the Blues are going to defeat the Sabres by the score of 5-0. The Blues pick up their first win of the season. The Sabres drop to 0-3-1 in this seeding round. So pretty dominating performance by the Blues. Eric and I, we're going to pack up and we're going to have to head up to Lake Forest. So I hope you enjoyed Game 1 of our NIHL doubleheader that ends in a 5-0 Blues victory. Eric and I will talk to you in about an hour and 15 minutes from Lake Forest. Game 2 of the NIHL Game of the Week.